You woke up to the wreckage of your life. Glass splinters glinting like shards of broken promises beneath the sterile hospital lights. The signal came through faintly at first. A whispered phone call intercepted by your lawyer's trembling voice, confirming what you feared. Your in-laws had swept in like vultures, managing your inheritance with cold precision, while your body lay shattered and your mind blurred. The sterile scent of antiseptic couldn't mask the metallic taste of betrayal, as your wife's silence grew heavier with each passing day, her eyes reflecting a storm you didn't yet understand. They thought your accident had made you powerless, a broken vessel to be manipulated. But you knew the truth was darker. A conspiracy woven with greed and whispered secrets in shadowed corners of your once trusted family. The boardroom lights flickered like they knew what was coming, even as your name was erased from ledgers and decisions were inked in your absence. Your lawyer's words echoed in the sterile quiet. They moved fast. They took everything. Your wife was complicit, not just a bystander but a calculated player in a game you never signed up for. You remembered the night before the crash. Dinner with the in-laws where smiles masked sharp knives, toasts raised to your recovery, a hidden camera capturing their true celebration. The signal came through again, a text on your cracked phone from an unknown number, hinting at a way back into the fight, a thread of hope tangled with danger. Your silence had been mistaken for defeat, but beneath the surface, your mind was sharpening into a weapon, and the slow burn of revenge was beginning to light your path. You knew the in-laws were rewriting the rules while you lay broken, there, whispers crawling through cold corridors lined with polished marble and secrets heavier than the air itself. The boardroom lights flickered like they knew what was coming, casting long shadows over the backroom deals where trust was currency spent and immediately devalued. Your lawyer's warnings came in fragments, half-truths wrapped in legal jargon, because no one wanted to admit they were complicit in this betrayal. Your wife's silence was a silent pact sealed with smiles and cold handshakes. They thought your absence gave them freedom, but the signal came through again. A faint beacon crackling through layers of encrypted files your lawyer smuggled out from the in-laws' digital fortress. The numbers didn't lie. Accounts rerouted, assets drained, alliances forged in dark suits and whispered threats. You knew the silent board votes, the concealed emails, the backdoor promises made under the haze of cigars and expensive whiskey. Your wife's eyes in those meetings were not those of a victim, but a conspirator, her loyalties bought with your legacy's worth. You replayed every memory, smiling faces, the false warmth of family dinners where knives were hidden beneath the tablecloth, the way your name disappeared from the official records as if you were a ghost written out of existence. Your lawyer's voice cracked on the phone. They think you're out, but you're not. Not yet. The flicker of power plays, the cold machinery of corporate war grinding toward your destruction. They underestimated one thing: your patience, your silence, your waiting for the perfect moment to strike back. They thought your silence was weakness, a broken man broken for good. But the recorded toast celebrating your downfall played back in your mind with cruel clarity. The glass raised, the smiles sharp as knives, the laughter that echoed like a death knell in the dim-lit room where your fate was sealed. The signal came through again, this time unmistakable. A hidden file slipped into your lawyer's hands, revealing surveillance footage that betrayed every mask worn by your wife and in-laws. Every secret pact inked in shadows beneath the chandeliers, that once gleamed with false promises. You knew the audit was your weapon. The quiet moment when the empire they built on your ruin would begin to crumble, brick by brick, ledgers bleeding their lies in cold black and white. The boardroom lights flickered like they sensed the coming storm, a reckoning fueled by betrayal so deep it had become a poison running through the veins of their power. Your lawyer's voice was steady now, a grim anchor in the chaos. They sold your future for their rise, But every contract has a flaw, every empire a weakness. You watch the footage again, the toast frozen in time, your wife's eyes glinting with the cold ambition you never saw coming. The signal was clear. Revenge would be surgical, silent, absolute. You were no longer the broken pawn, but the unseen. Hand pulling the strings, the ghost in the machine leaking files under an assumed identity, igniting corporate retribution that would expose their lies on a global stage. Their celebration was your trigger, and your silence, their downfall. You launched your covert strike from the shadows, files leaking like blood from a wound too deep to heal. Ghost identity dossiers revealing every dirty secret, every forged signature, every backdoor deal that built the empire your betrayers now called their own. The boardroom lights flickered in frantic panic as headlines exploded across screens worldwide. The signal came through yet again. This time a thunderclap announcing their unraveling. Your wife ran from the office, her mask cracked and crumbling, chased by the relentless echo of exposure and disgrace. They thought their empire was untouchable, their power absolute, but you had waited, watched their rise with cold eyes, until the perfect moment when their greed became their undoing. The collapse was swift and merciless, a corporate war ignited by your silent vengeance, as alliances shattered and legal battles erupted like wildfires consuming everything they had stolen. Your lawyer's calm voice was the last sound before the silence. They lost what they stole on the world's stage, and you ascended from the ashes. You stood on the edge of the storm, watching their silent unraveling with a detached fury. The ruins of their empire a testament to your patience and pain. The signal had come through, clear and unyielding.